Hey everybody, it's Teresa. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to make a necklace today using some of the contents from the most recent Bargain Bead box, the Plumage collection. In case you're not familiar, Bargain Bead box is a monthly subscription of beads and findings. It's $19.49 a month, and that includes shipping in the United States. They have beautiful beads and findings. It's always curated around a different theme each month, and if you're a subscriber to the Bargain Bead box, you get a 30% off coupon to use in their sister store, Bead Box Bargains, and you can use it as many times as you want to during the month, and they already have great prices. I have a coupon code. It's Teresa2, and I'll put it on the screen here and in the description box below, along with a link to the page to sign up for the subscription if you're interested. The coupon code will save you $2 off your first box if you sign up. So I know this is quick. I'm coming back with a tutorial already, and I said I was going to slow down, and I am going to slow down, I promise. But this box is just so beautiful, and these beads go together so well that it's just so easy to come up with a piece. And I wanted to use this beautiful pendant that I'm just carried away with, and I wanted to do it on video with you all. This is going to be a really, really simple necklace. I'm not even going to make a pair of earrings to go with it. I might make some later to go with it, maybe off camera or something, and show them later in a finished jewelry video. But this is just going to be really, really simple necklace. Won't take long at all. In here I've got the 8mm lapis lazuli dyed round beads. In here I've got the 8mm lapis and chrysocolla dyed round beads. In here I've got the 6mm agate dyed and heated round beads in deep green. In here I've got some of the bead caps that came in the box. I've got one of the little 4mm glass round beads. Rainbow Iris was the color, and this beautiful 33 by 20mm brass and lapis lazuli peacock pendant in here. And here I've got some of my seed beads. I'm going to use just a few of them as spacers. You're not going to have to sit and watch me string a whole lot of seed beads on, but I'm just going to use a few as spacers. And I don't have these labeled, so I don't know what the color is. They're a darker silver than those galvanized silver ones I use a lot, but I don't know what the color is. I don't know why I don't have them labeled. In here I've got some findings. I've got a lobster clasp, some jump rings, 2 wire guardians, 2 2x2 crimp tubes, a couple of pieces of the chain that came in the box, some extender chain, a ball head pin, and one of the little 6mm beads I'm going to hang off the back of the necklace as a dangle. I've got my bead stoppers. I've got my, which I forgot to get out here, my bead stringing wire. I'm going to use this Flex Right 49 strand bead stringing wire today. Like I said, you can use whatever bead string, like I always say, you can use whatever bead string wire you have, though it doesn't have to be this. I've got my chain nose pliers, my round nose pliers, and my tweezer pliers. I've got both pairs of my bent chain nose pliers. I've got both pairs of my crimping pliers. I use the Xeron ones for crimping, and I use these to the little part at the end, the half circles at the end there, to tuck wire in when the burrs that's left when I cut off wire. And I've got both pairs of my cutters. I use one pair for bead stringing wire and the other pair for craft wire and head pins and eye pins and things. Most of these tools I'll just need when I make the dangle at the end of the necklace and to go off the extender chain. And I have my little New Orleans shot glass to put my wire in when I cut it off. I think that's everything. I'll try to leave links to everything I can find links for in the description box below. And I'll leave a link to the unboxing video I did for this box in case you didn't get to see it. If you want to watch it, I'll link it up in the corner of the video and in the description box below. So hold on and I'll get some of my beads poured out and I'll be back. Okay, I'm going to string this now. And like I said, this is going to be really, really simple. This is really beginner friendly. Nothing at all hard about this. I'm going to start with a 6mm bead. And I'm going to do a seed bead. and another 6mm bead, and a seed bead, another 6mm bead, and a seed bead, and a bead cap. You got to be careful with these filigree bead caps. They want to nestle inside each other. You could accidentally put two on and not know it. Now I'm going to do a lapis lazuli bead and another bead cap, and I throw them down like that, and usually if they're nestled in each other they'll come apart. And another lapis bead and a bead cap, and another lapis bead and a bead cap, and a seed bead, and a 6mm bead, and a seed bead, and a bead cap, and then one of the lapis and chrysocolla beads and a bead cap, you got to be careful to get it in the right hole too. The filigree bead caps have got a lot of holes in them. Another lapis and chrysocolla bead, a bead cap, another lapis and chrysocolla bead, a bead cap, a seed bead, and a 6mm bead, and a seed bead, and a bead cap, lapis bead, bead cap, lapis bead, bead cap, lapis bead, bead cap, seed bead, 6mm bead, seed bead, six-millimeter bead, seed bead, 6-millimeter bead, and now I'm going to put my one lonely little 4-millimeter bead on here, and then I'm going to put my pendant on here. And the pendant's just going to hang over that 4-millimeter bead like that, and you won't even be able to see the 4-millimeter bead. Now I'm going to do a 6-millimeter bead, an 11-0, 6-millimeter bead, 11-0, 6-millimeter bead, 11-0, and now I'm gonna finish stringing this side, just exactly like this side. And when I get done, I'll come back and we'll crimp it. So I'll be back. Okay, this is what I've got now. And now I'm going to crimp. So I've got my crimp tube here. I'm going to put my crimp tube on. Put on my wire guardian. Come down the other channel of the wire guardian. Back down the crimp tube. Pull my wire through, make sure my wires don't get crossed. Try to hold my wires apart. Tuck my little wire guardian in just a little bit. I'm going to take my crimping pliers and go on the part that has that tooth there. I'm going to lay the tooth on top of my crimp tube. And I'm going to squeeze. And that puts each wire in its own little channel there. Now I'm going to go into there's 3 circular parts at the top there, and the middle one's for the 2x2 crimp tubes, and that's the ones I'm using. So I'm going to lay my crimp in that middle part there. Squeeze. Then I'm going to go down to the next one that's for the 1mm crimp tubes and squeeze again, just to tighten it up. Now I'm going to tug. That's good. So now I'm going to cut off my extra wire. Now I'm going to push all this down. Cut my wire off my spool. And crimp this side. Take my crimp tube, my wire guardian, down the other channel of my wire guardian, back through the crimp tube, pull my wire through, and I try to go through a bead or 2 on this side to get my hands out of the way while I'm trying to crimp. And hold on to my wire guardian and pull my wire through. I can get a hold of it there. Okay, there we go. Now, I'm going to tuck my little wire guardian in a little bit. Now I want to make sure this is doesn't have any slack in it, but I don't want my piece to be too tight either. It won't drape well. I want to make sure it's tight enough that that pendant is hanging over that 4mm bead and there's no gaps there. Now I'm going to go in the part there that has the tooth again of my crimping pliers and lay the tooth on top of the crimp tube. Squeeze. And then I'm going to go into that middle part of the circular part again. Lay my crimp in there. squeeze, then go down to the next one, squeeze again to tighten it up. I'm going to tug. That's good. I'm going to cut off my extra wire. So that's what I've got now. So hold on, I'll get my findings to put on and I'll be back. Okay, now I'm going to put on my findings. I've got 2 pieces of chain here. They're about 3.5 inches each. I'm going to put on here. I got some 6mm jump rings. Open up my jump ring. Put on one side of my necklace. Put on my chain. Close my jump ring up. Make sure to get it closed really well. Take another 6mm jump ring. Do the same thing on the other side. Put the other side of my necklace on. Chain. Close the jump ring. Oops. Jump rings are really thick. Close my jump ring back. Make sure it's closed really well. I'm going to take another 6mm jump ring. Open it up. Put this end of my chain on. And my lobster clasp. Close it back up really well. Now, this I have an 8mm jump ring here. I'm going to put it on this side with a little piece, this about 1.5 inches of extender chain. Close it up really well. So there's what I've got now. So now I'm going to make a little dangle to go on my extender chain. I've got a ball head pin here. I'm going to put one of these little 6mm beads on here. Take my pliers, go to the tip of the pliers, bend the wire over at a 90-degree angle. Take my round nose pliers, go in the crook of the bend, round nose pliers facing me. Bend the wire back until it hits the bead. Rotate the pliers till they're facing the table. Take this part under here until it hits the bottom, until it comes up against the bottom of the tool. Cock the wire back until the loop is centered over the bead. I don't know about that one. I think I've mangled this. See how it turns out. I'll take my bent chain nose pliers, pull this down till it's at a 90-degree angle to this. I'll take my other pair of bent chain nose pliers, start to wrap. Wrap till there's no more room to wrap. Now I'm going to take my cutters, cut off my extra wire. Take these crimping pliers and use that part at the end there with the half circle on each side. And tuck in my little burr that's left where I cut off my wire. Now I'm going to take the last link of my extender chain here. Open it up, thread on the little dangle, close it back up. So there we go, with my necklace. Hold on, let me get some of my tools put up and I'll be back. Okay, there's my necklace all done. Very simple little necklace, very beginner friendly, nothing at all hard about it. Like I said, if you're not subscribed to the Bargain Bead Box and you decide you want to be, that coupon code will save you $2 off your first box. I really do believe it to be a good value. I've been buying beads and bindings for many years, and to get this many beads sent to you and color coordinated for you and everything like that for less than $20 is a really good value. This is just the first piece I've made out of it. I'm positive I will be making many more pieces out of it. So I really do believe it to be a good value. I hope you all have enjoyed this video. As always, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate those of you who have subscribed to my channel and watched my videos and liked and commented on my videos. I have a website where I sell my jewelry. It's Teresa's Handmade Jewelry, and I'll put a link to it in the description box below in case you're interested, along with a link to my Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and my email. If you haven't, I'd really love it if you'd subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified when I upload a new video. So until next time, I hope you all have a great day. Take care.